Welcome to your daily 49ers update. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Here is what's happening. The Niners escaped Seattle with a 36-24 victory, but it was a bit of a roller coaster. The Niners had a 23-3 lead, and Seahawks came all the way back to make it a one-score game. Fred Warner, did it almost feel like you guys were going to let it slip away like you did against the Cardinals and Rams?
1,000%. And that was something. Yeah, it sucks, but yes, it was something that felt familiar for sure. And I'm like, hey, we can go one of two ways right here. We can stand tall in a hostile environment in the game that we know that we got to get, or we can settle for exactly how we've been playing the last couple weeks, or the last couple losses we've had. And that's what I'm probably most proud about right now is the way we stood up.
Warner was absolutely huge on Thursday Night Football again, forcing a fumble, stopping Geno Smith on the 1 yard line on a quarterback sneak, and generally dominating in all facets of the game. Speaking of dominating, Brock Purdy, 255 yards through the air, not one, not two, but 3 touchdown passes against a scheme that ate his lunch last year on Christmas against the Ravens. So, Brock, what was different about this game from that game on Christmas night last year?
Just going into the game, it was, if they run this is my answer, and simple as that. I just try to keep it simple and obviously check the ball down when I needed to and hit my number 1 or number 2 in my progression as efficiently as I could, and I just kept it simple. Last year in that game, I feel like I just got out of rhythm and I was trying to force stuff, and I just wasn't playing in the right mindset of being aggressive, being smart, and taking what the defense gave me. So I learned my lesson in that game, and then coming into this game, obviously new personnel. It's the Seahawks, not the Ravens, and so for me it was all right. Similar scheme, yes, but this is what we're trying to attack, and how can I be efficient as best as I can. So that was my mindset.
Thursday was Brock's 8th career game with 3 touchdown passes and no interceptions. That is the most in the NFL since Brock came into the league in 2022. Second on that list is a tie between Josh Allen and Jared Goff with 6. One more for you now. Deommodore Lenoir was going to talk. Hell, he talks after losses. Of course he was going to talk after this one. Listen to Deommodore Lenoir in the locker room afterwards talking about how frustrated DK Metcalf was getting during the game.
Did you get any sense of his emotions tonight?
Nah, I just know the hyena can't be fucked with.
The hyena can't what?
Can't be fucked with. For real, that's all I know. I don't know what he was doing over there. I'm just saying.
Did you guys have any conversation?
Yeah, it was a lot of conversation out there. We was, you gonna compete. It's football, So we kept it football, but one of us showed up today.
When you win, you can say whatever you want to say, and the 49ers have now beaten the Seahawks 6 straight times. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Friday: the NFL completely biffed a replay review when a ball glanced off a punt returner's finger. They absolutely screwed the 49ers out of a possession, and their explanation for why was pretty pitiful. If you want to find out more, take a deep dive on that. Click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch: injuries. The 49ers had a ton of people get banged up in this game. George Kittle was hurt and came back. Jordan Mason, Malik Mustafa, Aaron Banks. It is a long list of injuries. So Kyle's conference call later today is going to be must listen. One thing you may have missed: congratulations, Deebo Samuel. His 76-yard touchdown made him the first player in NFL history, first wide receiver, I should say, with 20 receiving touchdowns and 20 rushing touchdowns in a career. He is truly one of a kind. Deebo Samuel, congrats. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Click the bell to get notified every single time we go live, which is every single weekday for you. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and your weekend, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.